It's okay if you aren't ready for kids right now. It's okay if you don't want to be a mom now or even ever. It's nobody's decision but yours. But do you know what's not okay? Not knowing how effective your birth control is. Talk to your doctor about effective birth control options so you can make an informed decision. Tap to learn more.
Hey y'all, please note that there is no video for this episode. Producer Ingrid is in Jamaica and not sure of her hotel's Wi-Fi. So video would be too hard, so let's give Ingrid a break. And no video this week, but we'll be back with video next week. Thanks for understanding. Hey everybody, welcome to Pink Shade. It is Monday. That means it's Mugshot Monday. It is after Christmas, before the New Year. It's this hell zone that we're in.
Yes.
We don't know what to do.
No, and you don't know what day it is.
Yeah.
Last week went by so slow. Like every day I thought it was Wednesday. Like every day I thought it was Wednesday because in my head, Christmas was on Thursday, which was wrong.
Right.
But every day I thought it was Wednesday, just all week long.
I agree. I've been so confused and I've been a little sick. So I'm like confused and sick. And then I'm like, is it the middle of the night? Where am I? Am I at my house?
It's like you had a fever dream.
Yeah.
You wake up and you're like, what's going on? What is life? What is this? What is my name?
And the house is a wreck and it needs to be cleaned. But I'm supposed to host this little party here on the 3rd. So like I can't take the Christmas down. Plus I've been in the bed. It's just la, la, la. But I got to tell you, it gave me a lot of joy last night because I was just sitting in the bed. So I was scrolling TikTok, finding out about the drones and really following a lot of funny TikTok stories that, I don't know about because I'm never on the TikTok. I'm following the one about the 2 influencers that like faked all their Christmas stuff was all like from DHgate. I'll have to turn you on to that one. It's pretty funny.
Yeah, send me that because that has piqued my interest.
Yeah, it's pretty funny. Their names are like Izzy and Harlan, or maybe their last name is Harlan, but they're like these influencers. They live in Texas. And I guess one of them got famous from that like Alabama Rush Talk thing. And anyway, it's just like, and then I got this Dior bag, and then I got this, look at these Chanel shoes, so cute. And then look at this Louis Vuitton duffel, adorable. And then I got that, and then it'll be like, a sweatsuit from Old Navy. And then I got, this Hermes mini Birkin. And then you're like, what?
I mean, look,
it's all
I
fake.
will gladly. Yeah, walk into Old Navy with my Louis Vuitton. Like almost all my jeans are from Old Navy.
Same.
But at the same time, I feel like if I'm carrying a Birkin, I'm probably not going to visit Old Navy quite as much. Well, at least not like as my Christmas haul.
Christmas
you know what
haul.
I mean?
Yeah, it was like a mini Kelly pink Birkin. There people were like, this is so rare. And it had gold hardware, and Birkins only do silver hardware. So to find any with the gold is like a super rare bag. So obviously,
oh wow,
they didn't give it to this 16-year-old, right?
Right.
It was. Even I was looking at it, like, so I just saw like one person on TikTok going, can somebody please help me find the original post? Because I want to find out what this is about, but I don't want to research it.
Yes. I always love that person that does ask that question. I'm like, because me too.
So I started from there. And then I found one of the girls took the post down. And then they did a second post, the 2 of them together, the 2 girls that were like, but my parents felt so bad about us getting made fun of for our fake stuff. They bought us some real stuff. And she goes, and I got my boob job for Christmas. And the other girls, I got a nose job for Christmas. And here's our real stuff. I was like, this is wild.
Just stop. Well, have you heard about the Walmart Birkin?
I have. And I've seen all the unboxings of those. I went through that last night. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm like, okay, Walmart.
I saw Tiffany Moon. Okay. Do you remember Tiffany Moon was a Real Housewives of Dallas?
Yes.
She was a doctor. She has like one of those like biometric closets. Like she has hundreds of Birkins.
Wow.
And she's rich, real rich. And she's in her closet standing in front of her whole glass case of her Birkins.
Yes.
And she's doing a scarf around the handles of one of her Birkins, and she's talking about it. And she's like, look, if you want to get this, it's fine. If it makes you happy, it's fine. But she kept doing all this slight shade, which is like, but I'm very surprised that Walmart has not gotten legal action taken against them, because this is an exact replica. And then she's like, but whatever, if you want to get this bag for $35, it makes you happy. And she's meanwhile just standing in front of a case of
all
her
of her
Birkins.
real Birkins. Yeah. I mean, I looked at it and
I think she's like, if you could get a leather bag for $80, that's great. But I don't think it's leather. I think it's pleather.
No. It's not. It's most definitely not leather, but it's not a bad job. You know what I mean? Yeah. Especially if you throw a scarf on the handles.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, I wouldn't go around a whole bunch of people who carry Birkins and carry it. They're gonna know. They're gonna.
It doesn't even say Hermes on it, so it's not. You know.
No. But I mean, you go around people that don't know any better. They may believe you.
It's like I interviewed Vanya from Before the 90 Days and asked her about her bags, and she said they were all fake. But she had this red Hermes Birkin bag on the show. And because she does medical sales, I was like, that could be a real bag. You know?
Because you assume people that with money, it has to be real.
But she was like, no. She said, I get these fakes usually in like Croatia or, Serbia or somewhere where they have these really good fakes. And because, I mean, hers had like Hermes on it and everything. So I assumed it was, but she's like, nope, it's fake. I was like, all right, at least you admit it when asked,
Right. Some people will not. They will double down on the fact that it is so real. And
what's the point? Just like, yeah.
I mean, I'll be glad when I'm rich enough to actually have one. Like the real one, not the working, as they call it, the working, the Walmart Birkin.
I gotta tell you, I don't know if I would ever be rich enough.
$7,000 minimum.
Most of them are.
That's on the low end.
Yeah, they're most are closer to 20. I just think that I would rather, refurbish a room in my house for that.
You could, easily do that.
There's other bags I would like to have, and they're still not that much. That's crazy. That's crazy. And I think that's just with you literally have money to burn.
Yeah. I mean, I'm a Louis girl.
Me too. I am.
Yes. Even if I were rich, I mean, my dream is to have all Louis Vuitton luggage. Like that has been my dream probably since like the first coming of the Real Housewives.
But what would you do? Because you couldn't take it on an airplane. You just have to be rich enough to have a private plane. Because you can't check that luggage.
Why not?
Because it would get scuffed and hurt, and you want to preserve it. I mean, I guess you could put those cases over it. I'd also be scared the entire bag would disappear. That's what I'd be.
Never really thought about it like that.
Yeah.
But if I'm that rich, I'm willing to take the chance.
Oh, okay.
I'll just replace it. Call my girl.
Yeah.
Go ahead and tell her, look, this got scuffed just a little bit on the far left side. You can barely see it. If you have a magnifying glass, you can see that scuff. I'm going to need to replace this. Yeah.
Have you ever been to the Louis Vuitton stores where there's somebody in there hand painting the trunks and things? It's so cool. And it's obviously pieces that would just be for like display. But people, they ask for the custom painting on them, their initials or whatever. But then some people ask, they're like full beach scenes on there.
Now, I don't know and I've seen these before. I just don't know if I would want to get my Louis painted on.
Yeah, because then it's really, really one of a kind and it's really just being handed down. Yeah.
Yeah, like I've seen people have the monogram on them and I'm not sure how I feel about it. Like sometimes I think it's cute. Sometimes I'm like, I'm not sure. But I mean, if I'm super rich, I could just take the risk of getting it done and not like it. And then
get another one. Without the monogram.
Like, no. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Those are my goals.
This has been Luxury Dream Corner with Mary Payne and Keisha.
What was the last week? It was the luxury vehicles.
Yes. And I got to tell you that I noticed when I watched the Cowboy Carter during the that football game, I did notice that I forgot that she has the word Lexus in that song. Grab your keys to your Lexus. And you were saying you didn't know about Lexus, but now you're seeing them, aren't you?
Well, I just didn't. I don't see them often where we are. Like I said,
Weird.
yeah, the top cars here are the Land Rovers, the Teslas. Oh God, the Teslas, and the Porsche and the Escalades. They're about to talk about us and our rich woman problems.
Well, she doesn't own any of these cars. She's just saying that's what she sees.
No, that's what I see. But since we had that conversation, all up on my feed on Facebook,
of course,
Lexus this, Lexus that's. I'm like, okay, Dave, I see you coming through with Dave's car. Okay, I see you. So
all 4 of our cars are from CarMax. So
we have gotten almost all of our cars. There's a car dealership called Ron Carter. And if you're from this area, you know exactly what I'm talking about. The last 4 vehicles I've had have come from Ron Carter. I totally trust them. Even my Land Rover is from Ron Carter because I didn't buy it brand new.
Yeah, that's where CarMax used cars. Yeah, we're all about. We're all about it.
Mm-hmm. Me too.
Trying to make it more relatable. Dave's Lexus came from CarMax. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Don't judge us.
Yes.
Yeah. Dave Gilbert has never in his life, and he's 56 years old, has never had a brand new car. Never. I have. I've had since we've been married. I've had like 4.
I have. I don't think I've ever had a brand spanking new vehicle.
Like you're the first and only driver, and like you drove it off the lot and it had like 10 miles on it.
No, I've had like a couple of thousand, like 5,000, but never a brand new, smells like me.
Yeah.
New car. I'm going to have to mention this to James.
I know. My car that I just got when I traded in had like 5,000 miles. I was very happy about that.
I mean, that is great.
Super low. And it was a 2023. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. You can't beat that. Never. No way. No how.
I love it so much. So anyway, guys, go to CarMax, get used cars. So
yes,
let's talk about this show because we'll see how long I'm going to last. You guys, I hate to tell you guys this because I'm saying it with a smile on my face, but I'm not feeling very smiley. I believe I'm having a diverticulitis outbreak. People that have been listening for a while know the long journey of me and diverticulitis, but I really haven't had an outbreak or a flare up or whatever you call it. I haven't had one in at least a year, maybe 2.
So, I think you had one last year.
See, Dave says, I think you had one last year too, but I think when the test came back, it wasn't diverticulitis. It was something else. I was able to stop taking the meds. I didn't have to take it for 10 days. But this I've been trying to ignore. But that hasn't turned out. And then I ate some dinner last night and that didn't go. That was a bad situation. Once you have it, you just literally can't eat. It has to be only liquid. And I was like, well, I think I could have this potato soup. No.
It's so near liquid, you know.
It's so near liquid.
But
just chunks of potato.
Except for that part. And the cream and the cheese and all of that stuff. But it's so, I mean, if we're talking getting near liquid, that is like a number like 200 on the list. So
what about crackers? I'll put those on top. Crackers are close.
I mean, once you chew it all down, it is very near liquid.
I was like, it's definitely not going to be bad. But then it was. So today I'm just sticking with coffee and water. So anyway, guys, I will be back tomorrow with Kimberly, but I hope to have a resolution to this problem by then. So let's talk about these people, though. Speaking of people that make us sick, okay.
Woo! They really made me sick Friday.
Love During Lockup, season 5F, episode 53. I'm not even going to try now to pretend episode 3. I'm just going to say what's on my screen.
Okay. We're all good with that.
The name of this episode is Cruel Intentions. And lot of chatter when we get to Donnie and Jakima. A lot of chatter about them. And then Jakima entered the chat herself.
Yeah, she was talking a lot of shit.
A lot of it made no sense.
No, and then I went back to look and it was like gone. And then changed her Instagram name as well. So I don't know. She's going through something. Welcome to the world of being on a reality TV show.
She was
a trash one.
Yeah. She was on the chat as Honey Brown.
Yeah, that's not it anymore. That was for Instagram too. So she changed it for I don't know what reason.
Oh, okay. Well, so I looked at it last night, but then I fell into the drones and the Walmart bags and the influencers with the fake haul. I fell into that hole, so I
It'll get you.
I abandoned Life After Lockup.
It'll get you.
The Facebook group we're talking about is called like Life After Lockup Unfiltered.
Yes, people. And if you go to join the group, we're warning you right now. We don't even comment on the stuff that they say because they are buck wild. They give zero fucks. They talk about children. They talk about dead relatives.
They will rip you apart.
They will rip you up. Yeah.
Yeah.
So if y'all think that we can be harsh, we are like in the preschool level when it comes to this group.
Yeah.
Because they have graduated college with a PhD and being unfiltered and fucking off the chains.
Terrible.
But it is funny.
It is funny.
Yeah. But it'll make you say, damn. Yeah.
Oh my God. Okay. And then God bless the person that tries to go in and go, well, I don't think it's nice. We shouldn't talk about it. And people are like,
don't do it.
What group do you think you're in?
Every single time they're like, well, did you read the group? Like this says unfiltered. Like never go in that group and say that. No. Mm-mm.
Just put a like and keep it pushing.
Keep it rolling.
You guys, it's crazy right now with the holiday season. And you know what I do to make myself feel better? I sit on my couch and I go to quince.com and I look at things to put in my cart. I've told you guys this. I always have things in my cart. I just got a box from Quince this week, and it was these Fraser fir candles they have that I'm giving out to all my girlfriends for Christmas. And it's the best gift ever because you're like, it's exactly, you would get it somewhere else for 3 times the price. And I'm so excited to give out these gorgeous candles. You know, with Quince, you can treat yourself to everyday luxury at affordable prices. I've told you guys about those incredible, iconic Mongolian cashmere sweaters starting at $50. Producer Ingrid has been wearing this really beautiful silk skirt and top lately. And she just wore it at this party we were at this weekend. And people were like, where did you get that? And I was like, you guys, you got to know about Quince. You know, Quince is able to give you these items priced less because they partner directly with top factories. So they cut out that middleman. You go to quince.com and the savings comes right to you. They use premium fabrics and finishes for that luxury feel in every piece. You guys, they have these like Italian leather handbags. They even have diamonds on there, you guys. Oh, it's so great. I think I'm addicted to Quince. Okay. I'm just going to say it. So treat yourself this winter without the luxury price tag. Go to quince.com/pinkshade for 365-day returns plus free shipping on your order. That's QUINCE.com/pinkshade to get free shipping and 365-day returns. Quince.com/pinkshade. And at the end, they'll say, hey, where did you hear about us? Please make sure to click podcast and click Pink Shade.
It's okay if you aren't ready for kids right now. It's okay if you don't want to be a mom now or even ever. It's nobody's decision but yours. But do you know what's not okay? Not knowing how effective your birth control is. Talk to your doctor about effective birth control options so you can make an informed decision. Tap to learn more.
All right, let's start with Tia and Rob. Tia calls Keisha. Now, Keisha is Rob's sister who is married to her favorite cousin, Toya. Okay, just to keep it all straight. So Keisha's Rob's sister. She asked her to come over, and Keisha and Toya come over, and she's like, yeah, Rob usually calls around 6 p.m. I haven't talked to him since we had that fight yesterday. She apparently got her phone back after she threw it in the dirt.
Yeah, she had to walk her ass back in the front yard and get it out of the mulch that she left it in.
And she wants them to be there when he calls so that they can figure out what's going on with this living situation.
Hey, did you notice how super annoyed they were?
Oh, definitely. The Toya was eye rolling her head all the way back.
They were both annoyed, just like, why are we here? We know why we're here. It's so we could get Cameron time to get that Walmart gift card. Or whatever. But they were pretty annoyed. And I would have been annoyed with her a little bit too. Like, this is y'all's thing.
Yeah. It's not, don't bring me into it.
Yeah.
So he calls. So they're sitting by the fire pit. They're having some wine. And she tells him, she was like, I need a solid number of how long it's going to be until you're going to be able to move in with me. And he says, realistically, 3 to 6 months. And she goes, okay, all right, I'm writing notes. And so number 2 on my list is who is staying at the apartment. And he says, me, I'm the only one living there. And Keisha goes, okay, well, look, that's different than what I heard. Okay, because I heard that Rel and his girlfriend were also living there. And Rob goes, I can understand why you would be confused, but no, they're going to stay somewhere else. There's Harlem, Brooklyn, people are moving around. And the whole time they keep cutting to Toya, who is like cutting her eyes back and forth and rolling her eyes like she don't believe any of it, I don't think.
Or maybe she was highly uncomfortable in those pleather. They were pants in the back, but then cut to shorts in the front.
Oh, I did not notice that.
That's how I know you're not feeling well, because you didn't notice that.
I didn't notice that, and I watched it twice.
Yeah, it was because I remember seeing her from the back walking. They were pants. But then when she was sitting down, all you saw was thigh on down. I'm like, what?
Was it like a cutout in the front, like reversed chaps? Like instead of being the butt cut out, it was the thigh cut out?
Exactly what it looked like. I was like, well, that's new.
Where do you find those pants?
Oh, God, who knows?
All right, so they keep cutting to Toya. So in her talking head, Tia says, I'm paranoid. I have been cheated on in the past. And she's like, I need therapy about it. Like I do. And she laughs, but she needs a lot of therapy. She does.
Yeah, including the fact that you're dating a prisoner.
Right. After what she's been through with that other guy who like broke her leg.
I keep telling you that I think these women, they have been in such horrible relationships. They figured go the safe way. And I put that in quotes, the safe way, and date a prisoner who can't cheat on you physically, who can't do this, can't do that. They call it at the same time every day. They have the same lunch menu. Rotating lunch menu.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I think they just feel safe.
Yeah. And then until they get out, and then they lose their mind.
Yeah.
So Tisha says, look, I don't know why I'm here. She's like, I don't want my brother involved in any drama. And I also want to know what's going on. And Toya's like, this whole thing is stressing me out. And the talking head, Tisha goes, look, I don't know, and all of a sudden it's like nighttime. She's like, I got to get home. Like I got dinner waiting on me. She says, if Tia can't trust Rob, they're in the wrong relationship. Like, I don't know what to tell you,
Yeah.
And I think in her mind too, she was like, he is my brother, but
exactly.
He's been incarcerated for 7 years. So I don't know how he's changed,
Yeah. Could be a completely new person. I mean, you just don't, and then he could be lying to her. He could be lying to all of them.
Lying to everybody.
Yeah.
So Tia says, am I your number one girl?
Ugh.
I said, I wouldn't have even said that. I would have said, am I your only girl?
Only girl. Because then you've put yourself on a roster.
You're right. Yeah.
And you just want to know if you're number one. I'm like, girl, you should be the only one.
And he's like, huh? And she goes, am I your priority? And you're getting out and I'm your priority. And he goes, look, I'm sorry if I made you feel you're not a priority. I know that, you've been with me every step of the way. I know you're still going to be with me. Okay. I love you. Okay. Bye. Now, this was the question that I also saw posted in this group. When she looked at her phone, and we saw this last week, he's got the shirtless picture where he's doing like shh with his finger up to his lip. And he's listed as money. Oh, and I saw that in that group. People were like, yeah, why is he listed as money? Is he giving her money? That makes no sense. She's got a good job.
Well, that's funny because I was wondering how he was going to pay for that apartment for 3 to 6 months. Like, where's he going to get the money from?
Right. Maybe he's getting it from Tisha and Toya. Maybe they're going to spot him because they look like, well, I don't know. Toya's a psychic medium, but maybe she does that on the side because they,
I hope that's her side hustle.
They look respectable, like they have good jobs other than those pants. So,
yeah.
All right. So now Tia's going to visit her grandmother, who she's very close with. And she's very stressed about it because grandma's opinion means a lot to her. And we find out that her dad was never around. And the grandma is the dad's mom. And she says, my relationship with my father is non-existent. I don't know that man. Yeah. And she says, and I look just like him, which is totally annoying. And she remembers that he used to make great pancakes. And then she's trying to be like she does, like smart ass about it.
Right.
But she says, when I last saw him, I think I was 9. And then she cries. It's really sad.
Yeah. Another reason she needs to be in therapy.
Another reason. And it's interesting because grandma seems so sweet. It seems like grandma would have said, sorry about my shithead son. I don't know.
I'm sure she probably has, over the years, has apologized for her son. But Tia needs to apologize to her grandmother for having her out here in her Sunday school teaching outfit to break the news to her. She's dating a goddamn prisoner.
I know. Yeah, it was rough. It was rough.
Yes, it was.
So she sits down and talks to grandma, who's very sweet. And, Tia's like, oh, was I ever a brat? And she says, because she's saying that her daughter, what did she say? My daughter's a diva. Was I ever a diva? Yeah, not a brat. Sorry. And she says, yeah, she said, you just cried a lot. It's like, it could have been because her dad left. I mean,
she still kind of cries a lot. We've seen her cry every episode, haven't we?
It's a great point.
Yeah, we've seen her cry, get misty-eyed every single episode. So I don't think much has changed yet. Yeah, she's just a crier.
And then she's like, well, you're doing great in life. You're, really successful. You take after your grandma. And she says, I know, grandma. And then she says, grandma, I have to tell you, I'm in a relationship. She says, well, that's great. Tell me about this guy. And she says, he's a really great guy. He's really nice, but he is incarcerated. And grandma says, why? Just as calm.
She did.
And Tia says, grandma, he's wonderful. He treats me so well. And then grandma says, why is he incarcerated?
Like, stop skipping over the question. I'm asking you why.
Yeah. And she says, robbery 8 years ago. And grandma says, well, he may seem like a good guy now, but what about later?
Well, he wasn't a good guy when he was a robber either. Like, no one's going to want him to come over to their house for the holidays.
No.
You'll be counting all your silver, all your china. We're doing an inventory list before and after Rob comes. Like,
lock that medicine cabinet.
That too.
And she says, what about later? And she says, I just don't want you to be mistreated, because I'm sure grandma went through this whole, abusive relationship with her. And outside, grandma cries and says she was in a relationship with a bad guy before. And this just worries me. It worries me a lot. And it's, gosh. And then talking head, she says, now my grandma knows. He better not mess with me. He better get out and act right, now that my grandma knows. Well, that's not going to make a difference.
Girl, why are you trying to talk shit when we just saw you ask this man, were you his number one girl?
I know. She does a lot of like big talk.
Yes, she does.
Yeah.
Well, that goes with her. She said everything with her is what, big or thick? Like,
yeah.
Yeah, she's trying to puff out her chest a little bit. Like, stop it and go pick up your phone out of that garden.
We don't believe you dropped it there anyway. That was your burner phone. Better not have been your work phone.
Right?
Lipo used to be such a bad word, and we're all supposed to just love every part of our body. You guys, that's BS. You deserve to get the body you want. I've had 2 kids. Getting your body back is really hard, and I get it, because you can exercise and eat right and do everything, but you gain weight and you lose weight, and sometimes you have those stubborn pockets of fat. That's why you guys need to listen to me about Sono Bello and their laser-assisted lipo. Sono Bello doctors are masters in micro laser fat removal. It's a technique that removes stubborn fat permanently. Whatever is your problem area, like it could be your tummy, your love handles, your thighs, your arms, wherever it is, your underarm pit area. Everybody's got an area that they want to have a little work on. And you could go and get it removed in one comfortable visit at Sono Bello. And right now they're offering the best deal of the year. You're now included in their friends and family holiday savings event. That's right. You're going to pay the same price that Sono Bello family and friends pay, but the appointments are limited, so you need to get on it. You guys go to their website, check out the before and after pictures. I recognize myself in quite a few of those before pictures. I'm like, that is exactly what I look like. And the picture on the after is exactly what I would like to look at. So eating healthy and workouts are great. Keep doing that. But if you want to lose that stubborn fat in one visit, check out Sono Bello. Save big during Sono Bello's Friends and Family Holiday and Fall Savings Event. Schedule your free consultation now at sonobello.com/pinkshade. That's sonobello.com/pinkshade. sonobello.com/pinkshade.
It's okay if you aren't ready for kids right now. It's okay if you don't want to be a mom now or even ever. It's nobody's decision but yours. But do you know what's not okay? Not knowing how effective your birth control is. Talk to your doctor about effective birth control options so you can make an informed decision. Tap to learn more.
Okay, let's move on to Kate and Hunter. All right.
Oh,
and Kaylee. Don't forget about Kaylee.
Don't forget Kaylee.
So, all right. So you and I were going back and forth about this because Kate, who has her Instagram is called Kate on That Show, which is kind of funny. And her Instagram does show pictures of her and Hunter, but it's questionable because are these pictures from before he went in? Because when they showed the pictures of before they went in, it's that same kind of standing by the cactus and she's in that dress. But this is a different shirt. So it's hard to tell if she's tricking us by putting these pictures up and they're old pictures or what.
I don't think she's tricking us because I always said that he was going to go with Kate because Kate is the type of girl he really, really likes. Kaylee just likes to have sex a lot and gives him money to buy prison shoes.
Yeah. Yeah. So she calls her mom. I think her mom's name is Beverly. And her mom is super cute. It seems like she looks like her mom. And she tells her mom, oh my God, like I found out that he's got these 8 prisoner girls. Like, well, he told us 10. So
8.
And all these girls are breaking the rules. Like, I don't know, Mom. Like they're exposing themselves. They have sex toys. Like, what are these girls thinking?
That they're about to steal your man?
Girl, what do you mean? Don't blame the girls. You're the one in a relationship with this guy. It's his fault.
And you also promoted him doing this.
Right. Now, do we think she ever thought it would get to this point of like phone sex and stuff, or she just thought it would be like, write a prisoner because you're good looking?
Write a prisoner, you're good looking, and have them send you cash because I don't make enough to send you cash and also have my dog and dog training as well. Like, I got to pick, and I picked my dog. So, yeah. We watched
one of those dog agility we usually on Thanksgiving Day, I think is when we watch the dog show. And on Christmas Day, apparently Christmas Day after Christmas, they had the dog agility training show. We've got to get Ginger in.
Fascinating.
Ginger would
just like fascinating.
Ginger would kill it.
Okay, Ginger's the one who's
crazy.
Has like, okay, just wanted to make sure we're talking about the same dog. Okay.
Yeah, Violet would be like lay on one of those boards and be like, go ahead, Ginger. Go ahead. Although because I've been sick, they got in a big fight yesterday because Ginger was like kind of laying on I was laying on my back. She was sort of laying on my stomach, and trying to snuggle. And Violet came over to get between the pillows. And Ginger went at her. And I'm like, my head is between them. Yeah. Ginger leaped over to snap at her, like, get away from my mommy.
Protective mode.
Yeah. I was like, damn, relax.
Yeah. She cares. She cares.
Dave's like, calm down, killer. I mean, Ginger is 17 pounds. Okay. So Kaylee. So now Kaylee goes to a sex shop with her friend Ava. Ava, I wrote you last night and I posted on Instagram. Ava looks like she is in witness protection. She has on a disguise or a costume. She has on fake lashes, fake freckles, huge glasses, this wild hairdo. She has on a one-sided patchwork overall with a tank and then a shrug over that. It's a costume.
I cannot disagree with you at all. And I also saw someone put, why are her glasses so far pushed down her nose?
Because she doesn't wear glasses. It's a fake glasses.
I think it's because of her eyelashes. They're really long.
Yeah.
And as a girl who loves long eyelashes, yes, I've had to like reposition them if I get them too long. So that may be real, but I don't understand anything else that was going on with Ava's friend, including why she would go to a dildo shop with her friend.
It's so weird.
Find an exact replica of her man's
so
ding-a-ling.
Ding-a-ling.
It's a ding-a-ling-a-ling.
So she tells Kaylee, she goes, excuse me. She says, well, I've got news. I'm engaged. Hunter asked me to marry him. And of course I said yes. And she shows this like snake ring around her finger.
Which was just a ring she had on another finger. And she just put it on that finger.
Yeah.
She's a little cuckoo. I'm telling you.
He did not propose to her.
Look.
If you say
anything in her, yes, we have to think like her. We have to think like a woman who is dating a man in prison. Okay.
Right.
And if you say anything about marriage, that automatically means that you're engaged.
Yeah. And so she says, so of course I said yes. And Kaylee goes, Hunter and I are engaged, so I thought it would be fun to surprise him with a new toy that more replicates Hunter, if you know what I mean. Okay,
What
girl.
did you see what the box said?
No, I
How
didn't.
many
That's not.
inches? It
No.
said like 7.5 inches.
Well, I usually have my ruler right here, and I could have.
I can't believe you don't have one right there.
What happened to it? And I also have a measuring tape usually right here as well. Because don't even ask why I have all this shit in my office.
We never ask why you have all the shit you have in your office, but we like it. It's like your Mary Poppins bag.
It's like
a bow. Okay.
Where did that come from? I don't know. I mean, 7.5 inches. Doesn't seem that big. I mean, that seems like half of a. If you do 6 inches, I said this is a foot, and that's half a foot.
It said I could be let me see. That's a foot.
I mean, that's a foot. So that's half. I mean,
a little bit more than half.
So
it's 7.5. So let's just say 8.
Okay. So have they measured it have they measured it? Has he measured it? And that's how she knows.
I'm sure he did one of those dick on the paper outlines and sent it to her. And of course, Kaylee would measure it.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I don't understand why she doesn't see that this is all he's interested in her for. Because I've never had a conversation about anything other than pot roast.
And here's another thing. I have never measured any man's dick.
Me either.
I don't know what size. I don't ask questions.
No.
So I've never gone to, a fantasy shop to try to get a replica of their penis.
No.
I just don't think some things need to be done. I don't want to. Is this like an act that she does? Does she try to she is almost like a person who doesn't have an image and kind of like said, oh, this one seems cool. Let me be that girl.
Right. Mm-hmm. Okay. I see that. Yeah.
Yeah.
So in her talking head, Ava in her disguise says, Kaylee is my best friend, but this is crazy. Like marriage is a big thing and they don't even really know each other. And I mean, I'm telling you right now, if we saw Ava in the wild without those things, we would not recognize her. She's in a disguise.
No.
She's in a disguise.
That hair might be a wig.
It could be.
Yeah. I just don't know why she felt the need. Maybe this is what they do. I mean.
Well, maybe she's like, I don't want anybody to know that I'm friends with this girl and that I'm on this show, But I told her I would, and they're going to give me a $50 Amazon card.
I would do it. I'd do a disguise for that.
Me too. So, okay. So then he calls her and she does what she does every time. Excuse me. Sorry. She does what she does every time. Hello, baby.
It's so annoying. That would, as a prisoner, if my girlfriend answers the phone like that, I just hang up.
Yeah, it's weird. And so she's like, I'm shopping for a new toy, a hunter size sex toy. Ooh. And he goes, ooh, yeah, baby. And then he tells her, hey, that money you sent me, I used it for shoes. And she's like, what? And she says she sent him $200 this week, and then she pays for a $500 text package a month. So she goes, so you need more money for the food box? And he goes, yeah. And she goes, well, fuck you then. No.
I mean, I don't blame her. Food is a priority here. And doesn't he get out in 90 days? Why do you need a new pair of shoes?
Exactly. And she goes, well, you should have thought about that before you spent money on shoes. And he's like, oh, come on now. And she goes, no. She goes, you weren't honest about, what you're going to spend the money on. And so he goes, well, it's not like I'm using you. Don't think that. And she gets all mad and she goes, you crossed my boundary. And that makes me. So she says to the producer, that makes me question our relationship. And then she gets actually upset in the sex store and was like, I need a minute.
Did she put the fake dick down because she was so upset? That's what I would have done.
I'm going to tell you no, because later we see it on her bedside stand still in the box.
Here's the thing. Yeah. I would never want to get on a show with a dildo because my parents are going to see me. And that is something that parents never need to see is their daughter with a dildo.
I mean, yeah. It was a lot of these times I think on the show, aren't her parents proud? Okay. So.
No. Right? They're talking to prisoners. I think the dildo's the least of their work. You're right.
They're on a TV show. I mean.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, all right. And the Talking Nettie goes, I'm not using Kaylee for financial gain. And, I don't know. Kaylee versus Kate, it's been getting complicated in my head. Not true. I don't think any of this is
I
true.
don't think so.
So Kate goes to have drinks with her friends Leah and Ryan. And immediately Ryan reminded me of Marissa from Love is Blind. Because she's got that big smile and talks with all her teeth. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I cannot believe I'm here listening to this dum-dum.
Yeah.
So Kate is telling them, she's like, well, Hunter's getting out soon. Like, I'm trying to prepare for him to come to my house. And, he's the one I really want to do this adventure called life. So stupid. And I'm excited. I'm excited to have all these adventures and, be with him. I'm excited about it. And then Leah says, this seems weirdly edited because she says, and I only noticed this when I watched it the second time, when she says, he's the one I want to do this adventure called life with. I'm really excited about it. And Leah goes, but how do you feel though?
That doesn't even go together.
It doesn't go together. And then she answers that question with, well, I signed him up for this right of prisoner. So none of this was all chopped together. And it didn't
flow. Yeah.
The conversation didn't flow. So she wouldn't say, how do you feel? And then she goes, well, let me tell you about how I signed him up on right of prisoner. And Leah and Ryan are laughing hysterically. They're like, you are pimping him out. They're like, this is the best part of my day. They are like,
I mean, that is hilarious to me. And then she wants to play victim about you were the pimp.
Yes.
Yeah.
What did you think was going to happen?
Paid. Like, you're being the pimp.
Because she was like, I can't afford, to send him money and keep him in shoes and everything. So I just figured some of these girls would be dumb enough to do it. And then she's like blaming the girls. Like, can you believe what these girls did? Well,
like, they don't know that you even exist. They don't know he has a girlfriend.
Right.
They think they are the girlfriend.
Right. And it's your fault. So now we're back over at Kaylee's and she gets in her bed. Like, she seems like she's about to get in position. And she does have that dildo on the side table.
Oh my God.
They get on the phone.
My eyes.
And the cat and the dog are like, not again.
Poor
and
things.
They get on the phone and she's like, yeah. He's like, tell me what you're mad about, baby. And she's
he doesn't know.
And she's like, well, I'm mad about the shoes. I gave you money and you went and bought shoes. He goes, look, I love you and I'm sorry. And, we don't get much in here. So when things pop up, I have to jump on it. And, and she goes, well, there are already concerns, from my friend that you're using me. And he goes, that's not true. Now, I love you. I was selfish. I have to work on that. I'm sorry.
That's all she needed to hear. And also, she sent him more money for the food box.
If I was in prison, I would be exhausted with trying to keep up this facade of I love you and I'm sorry and I'll never do it again. And
Mary Payne, literally, I'll go to call an animal and go through every person's name in the whole house. Yeah. So how are they able to keep up with this girl's name is this is how old she is, this is what she likes for me to say and do with her.
Right.
And go to the next girl, unless he's got one of those, what was her name? Ty. She had the board with the yarn and the
and then don't forget
everything.
Lizzie had to hire a whole assistant to help her keep track.
Yeah, it's just it's a lot. But then again, you don't have shit else in the world to do.
I guess that's right. To me, I'd rather just bide my time reading books because this is exhausting. So
I have someone DM me and it was about the scene where Kate is talking to her mom. And their question was, what the fuck kind of room was that her mom was in? Was it a sauna room? I thought maybe it was a cabin. Someone said a hot tub room.
It was all wood.
Yeah.
Maybe she's a prepper and she lives out in a log cabin in the woods.
She seemed kind of hippie-ish. Yeah. So I'm like, who... If anyone knows, it would be Mary Payne. And if Mary Payne don't know, none of it, just let it go.
I think I was too in a fever dream to notice. I did notice it was all wooden and I noticed that Kate was in her nice closet, which I love to look at people's closets like that.
Yeah, me too.
So, all right. So he says he was selfish and they're talking head. She goes, I'm your wife to be. You can't and you can't just do what you want. No, I'm not worried he's using me for money. He's impulsive, but I know whatever I give him when he gets out, he will give it back to me tenfold.
Yeah, he's giving you prison talk. I heard him say that give him 2 weeks and he'll be paying for everything. What? From other women paying you? Because you're still going to be pimping yourself out in the free world.
It makes no sense. So he goes,
No.
Hunter says this to Kaylee, babe, when I get out, I'll handle the bills. She goes, how? And he goes, I mean, for like a week. And she laughs. And he goes, I got you, baby. You're my number one always.
So does she not know that? And this is no offense to anyone who works at a coffee shop, but I'm thinking he was probably lower level working at the coffee shop where he probably needs a roommate.
I probably think some of his robbery charges came from the coffee shop.
You might be right.
Yeah. I don't know how you can.
That would make sense. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So in the talking head, Hunter says the difference between Kate and Kaylee, all right, my normal type to go for is a blonde, petite snow bunny type. And Kaylee is not that, but I'm really attracted to her personality and she turns me on and she likes phone sex a lot. But Kate doesn't. She's very against that stuff. Kate's a little more mature. Okay, so what are you going to need when you get out? A girl that's really into phone sex or a girl who wants to have sex with you a lot in person?
She's a fun person to talk to while you're bored in prison. Bored and horny and broke in prison. You need a Kaylee. Yeah.
That's right. And so he says, Kaylee has that kitty type of love. Know what I mean? No. I don't.
What does that mean? Kitty type of, what is that? What?
I don't know. I don't know what that means.
I don't know what that means.
He says, we're still in the honeymoon stage. We haven't really moved past that. And I don't want to move past that. And he says, Kaylee,
she got y'all fully engaged over here. So.
He says, Kaylee babies the shit out of me. And I love it. But in his mind, he's like, yeah, she just babies me and likes to have phone sex. And that's what I like about her.
That's a good time girl.
Yeah. I mean, he's ridiculous.
He's immature.
Very. So, because he's just one of those people that's gotten away with everything his whole life because he's good looking.
I think so too. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So back at the bar, Leah and Ryan are talking to Kate and they're like, now, why won't he cut that off with those women? Like, if he won't cut it off right away, that's the number one red flag. I mean, are you concerned that he's using you? And she's like, no. And outside, Leah and Ryan are like, when she said she was pimping his ass out, and the one girl goes, I don't mind it. And the other goes, no, I don't mind it either.
It's pretty, I mean, it's brilliant in a way, but you have to like tell yourself, I cannot get jealous about this, but I'm not about to pay his prison bills. Like he's going to have to find some other bitch to do that kind of shit. Right. So it's funny and smart in a way, but she's got emotions all connected to it. Well, she really didn't up until
he got in trouble.
I guess he popped one off and the prison guards heard him and he got in trouble for it. That's when she started to get really concerned.
Yeah. Yeah. And the one girl goes, I mean, I don't mind it, but it is the most absurd thing I've ever heard. Like, why would she want to tempt the lion? I don't think her expectations about this are realistic. And they're right. Yep. I love those friends, by the way. Love. They were hilarious.
I'd have wine with them.
I would too. They were funny.
Yeah.
All right. So Hunter calls and she's like, I got to take this call. And then she like goes into the bathroom to take the call, which was weird. Why not just go outside?
Go outside or go in your car or something like that. I don't know why the bathroom. Like, what if someone is outside the restroom and like really has got to go? It's having like an IBS moment and you're in there talking to your fucking prison boyfriend.
But it's also like, to me, the further you get into that restaurant with no windows, the less of a signal you're going to get. You need to go towards the street.
Yeah. So she goes differently with it. We think you're thinking about signals. I'm thinking about pooping. Just like...
So she's like, yeah, hi, I'm just out having drinks with my friends. And, my girlfriends are really skeptical of this. And he goes, yeah, so listen, I know I told you I cut things off with these chicks, but I don't want to continue to lie about it. And then that's where we end with them. I don't know if he's going to tell her the truth or he's going to be like, all right, this one chick is buying dildos my size, so now I'm scared. And she lives real close to you, so I'm worried.
Right. I kind of like it, but I'm a little bit scared as well. So
yeah. He's getting nervous. You guys know I like to treat myself this time of the year. You kind of get those holiday blues and you also have no budget. So the way to get over your holiday blues on a budget is to go to quince.com. With Quince, you can treat yourself to everyday luxury at an affordable price. Something everybody needs in their closet is one of these Mongolian cashmere sweaters. You guys, I have a couple of these cashmere sweaters. They are so gorgeous, and nobody would ever believe they start at $50. They also have these Italian leather handbags. You guys, they even have diamonds over there, okay? Whatever you're looking for, Quince has it, and all their items are priced 50 to 80% less than similar brands. They're able to do that by partnering directly with the top factories and cut out that middleman cost, passing the savings on to you. And they use premium fabrics and finishes for that luxury feel in every piece. I'm telling you guys, when that Quince box comes, I get so excited. I think I may be addicted to Quince. Treat yourself this winter without the luxury price tag. Go to quince.com/pinkshade for 365-day returns plus free shipping on your order. That's QUINCE.com/pinkshade to get free shipping and 365-day returns. Quince.com/pinkshade. And at the end, they'll say, "Where did you hear about us?" Make sure you say Pink Shade. Thanks.
It's okay if you aren't ready for kids right now. It's okay if you don't want to be a mom now or even ever. It's nobody's decision but yours. But do you know what's not okay? Not knowing how effective your birth control is. Talk to your doctor about effective birth control options so you can make an informed decision. Tap to learn more.
All righty. Let's go on to Sam and Crystal. And
this was so fucking weird. All of this was weird.
It's very weird. And the more and more I see her, the more scared I am. I'm scared of her.
She looks she is okay, there's a prison bitch. That's the bottom bitch. Mm-hmm. So she would be like, I'm trying to think what titles she would have. Like, she definitely is,
yeah, she's definitely the leader of a group.
Most definitely. Yeah, she's in there teaching them how to cut a man on the forehead and stuff like that. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
She's definitely the leader of a pack in there for sure. I mean, I've seen.
She just doesn't seem like a nice person either.
I've seen Orange is the New Black. I know her type. Yes. Did you ever watch that Orange is the New Black?
I love that show.
So good.
So good.
Mm-hmm. You guys, Keisha and I are complete prison experts.
So much lesbian sex in it too.
I know. Well, I mean, if you're into that, that's the show for you.
It's interesting.
I told my friend, Chris and Mary that live down the street, because he loves all, those good HBO shows and stuff. I was like, I can't believe you never watched Orange is the New Black. And he goes like, no, I should watch it. I was like, yeah. I go, there's so much lesbian sex. He's like, say no more. Okay. So she calls him while he's driving and he's like, I'm going home from the store. I got all the food that I bought you. Now he's describing all the food. And he even says like, some of it's going to be moldy by the time you get home. We'll have to put it in the compost. Okay. You cannot put Fruit Loops in a compost. So,
well, also number one, why are you buying food for a person who may not get paroled?
And why don't you just pretend you're buying it?
How else is she gonna know? And then why not just eat the shit? Why let it go moldy?
This is along the lines of making 2 bowls of pot roast for somebody who's not there. Like this, which is pot roast that's not in a pot. This made no sense. Yeah. And if he's low on money that he can't even afford a fridge that he could get financed at Lowe's. Yeah. Why is he doing this?
Yeah, he literally went and got the college dorm refrigerator.
It is hilarious. So, and he says, okay, so I'm putting it on your shelf in the pantry. I got you shampoo, conditioner, tampons. And I was like, he says, she wants me to be a prepper, like preparing for her to come home. And she wants to be a part of the process of being in the home. This makes no sense.
Well, let her get home first. Then she can start being part of the process of the home.
And then go take her to the grocery store. I mean.
Yeah. Why is he letting her borderline? I don't know if bully is the right word, but she is like running the shit out of this guy. Yeah. And then she wonders why he's got no money. Well, because he's out here buying you fucking food that no one's going to eat.
It makes no sense. And I don't see Rita coming over to his house to check the shelves to tell Crystal that he did or did not buy this food. And probably Rita would also think that's stupid to buy food.
It's a waste of money.
Yeah. Ugh. So at least we now know he doesn't live with Rita.
With Rita. Good, thank God, because I think something would like be going on there. Like
weird. Yeah. He is sexually frustrated. So so she says, Rita says you didn't get a fridge. And he goes, I do have a fridge. It's just not the one we talked about. So he sees the college dorm mini fridge on his counter. And he goes, look, I do want to get the fridge, but for now, it's just me. It seems like a better idea to get the small one. Yeah. Also, don't get shelves full of food
that you don't need and tampons and shit. All I'm saying is I was very happy to see that he was actually cooking some of that hamburger helper.
Me too.
I'll say, okay, he's okay. He's utilizing her shelf.
Yeah, that's right. Because she won't know. So in the talking head, she goes, he's ridiculous. He lies about little things. And, we spent all this time last week picking out the fridge. And then he told me it was delivered. And, now that is silly. They should pick out the fridge, but he'll be like, this is our dream fridge. But I'm not going to get her till you come home because it's just me. I don't need all that space.
And then what the fuck is she going to do about it? Nothing. If she starts bitching, just hang up the phone.
I mean,
it's so simple to me. Just hang up.
She says, and my 75-year-old grandma's out there keeping tabs on him because he lies about so many things. Well, it sounds like you do too, girl.
That's why you're in prison.
Right.
Yeah.
So then she says, have any girls hit on you lately? And he goes, nah. And she goes, if any girls hit on you, you have to say like, I have a wife and they should back off. And then he tries to get her to do sex talk by asking like, what are you going to do in the shower? And she goes, I can't be spicy. There are people all over the place here. You have to respect my boundaries. And he says, he goes, okay, I understand. But, if you were out there, if you're in there getting something I'm not, then I would be pissed. But like, I know you're super straight and are not getting with chicks in there. So in talking to Ed, he says, yeah, I initiate phone sex all the time and she won't do it. It's extremely frustrating.
Mm-hmm.
The talking
well,
head,
you're dating someone in prison.
What do you think? I mean, and she's got 7 more years.
Yeah, that was stupid.
And the talking head, she says, he's sexually frustrated. I get it, but I'm just not going to do phone sex. I'm just not. And the producer says, so, do you have a girlfriend in prison? And she smiles and goes, I don't consider myself a lesbian, but yeah, it's part of the full experience.
Okay, so you're fucking in prison then, but you don't want a girl to even approach Sam, which I don't think women are beating down the door to date Sam and his horribly bitten off fingernails. They were bad.
They're bad. They look short and dirty.
And I'm like, imagine someone's coming to pick you up, an EMT, and they go to put the blood pressure monitor on you, and you see those fucking gnarls. No.
Always in gloves.
Oh, that's true. Very true.
Sam's buddy Cameron comes to visit him, and this is his buddy from Washington State. It's his childhood friend, and Cameron will always tell him like it is. It's his first visitor he's had since he moved to Texas. Now, here's where we're getting when Cameron comes, I'm getting some timeline confusion. So,
okay.
They're in the car, and Cameron says, so have you told Crystal about all the wild times we had back then with the ladies? You used to be getting them. And he goes, I'm not volunteering shit. I just answer when asked. And then he says, I'm just yearning for sexual attention, which is a real weird thing to say to your friend. Real weird.
Yeah.
I'm yearning for sexual attention and I'm not getting it. And Crystal, she can't really do sex talk on the phone because there's girls all over.
Mm-hmm.
Cameron says, now Cameron has just said, remember back then we used to get all the ladies. Mm-hmm. And then he says, how long has it been? And he says the last time was with his ex-wife.
So I guess he was talking about before he got married, all the wild times they had.
But wasn't it his high school girlfriend?
Oh.
Or did I make that up?
That I don't remember. I don't remember that.
I just thought he said he had a bunch of ladies, but the last time was with his ex-wife. Does that mean he banged his ex-wife like one quick time before he left town? I don't understand. And
maybe.
And Cameron's like, what? No way. And I don't know if he means what? No way. You banged her before you left town, or what? No way. Because that's been 4 years.
I think it was the 4 years because that is like shocking to a man.
So they go to play pool. All right. Mm-hmm. So Crystal calls, and as they do, and they're talking about money, and the talking head, she goes, look, I used to not have to ask him for money, but lately he's slacking off. And when I need money, I need it. And when I want it, I want it.
Okay. Here's the thing. You don't need money in prison because they have to feed you. So you are getting food. You're being nourished. Okay. Everything else is something that you want. But how about you stop requesting he go buy stupid ass shit that you cannot use at all?
Right.
And maybe he can send you that money.
That would make more sense.
Or maybe stop downloading television series and watching them all in a day for $100.
I forgot about that.
I just see ways around the whole money situation. And this poor man is working like 75 hours a week.
I know.
That's a lot.
Trying to save people's lives.
Yeah.
That's not the EMT you want coming to your house that's burned out.
Absolutely not. Mm-mm.
And then she says, you think it's bad now? Wait till I get out. I'm really going to spend your money.
He ain't got that much money for you to spend.
Not anymore. Because he does have a good job, you know.
He does, but he said he spent like $102,000 on her in 4 years.
That's crazy.
How?
I don't know. He gives her $100 here and there to watch a TV show, or, you know. That's why she's the head bitch in prison, because she's got all the money to make it happen. Yeah.
But she seems like the kind of bitch that would say, if you want to come and watch this television show for me, it's like $10 an episode.
Yeah, I need 3 packs of ramen noodles per episode.
Mm-hmm.
So she says, you know, all these girls in here that have tricks, they want what we have, which is a real relationship, which sounds like some bullshit.
Okay.
You tell everybody.
Yeah, I agree.
And it sounds like some shit Hunter would tell Kaylee.
Oh, yeah.
And so he tells her again, you know, he's just in the pool hall with his buddy. And he's like, you know, I'm sexually frustrated. I just want more from you. Like, take your tablet into the shower. And I was like,
okay.
And then she says, if this is such a big thing for you, just go out and find somebody to have sex with, and hangs up. Now, I would have taken that as a red light.
I would have been like, thank God.
Green light, rather.
Finally. This is what I've been hoping for. Oh my gosh. It was the box of tampons that really made her just say, you know what? This is a good guy. I should go let him have sex. Like, yes, run with that.
And he did make a joke with Cameron about, like, I'm going to get Cameron drunk later. And Cameron's like, what?
Yeah, I'm not sure where the joke began and where the joke ended.
Cameron got nervous.
I got nervous for Cameron. Like, lock your door tonight, because I don't know.
And the talking head, he says, you know, it's frustrating when she does that because I can't call her back. And when it comes to the phone, she literally has me by the balls, like literally and figuratively has me by the balls.
And that should be the total opposite. Like, you're paying for the calls and you have to press a whole button to accept the call. Just don't do it.
I wonder, too, if when he puts money on, like, the JPay for the phone account, she can use that to call other people, too.
Probably.
Uh-huh.
And I'm sure she does.
I'm sure she does. Yeah, because that whole, like, other people in here, they want what we have, a real relationship, and I feel like that's just a line. Yeah.
She needs to take a page out of Hunter's book and find a sugar daddy.
I know. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So then she'd have to have phone sex.
Yep.
So Cameron asks, do you think, like, she's using you, man? Like, I don't know. And he goes, I don't know. Like, she's my wife. I don't want her to have to beg for ramen noodles. Yeah, I've given her about $102,000 or what? And Cameron's like, what?
Yeah. I hope he's exaggerating that number, or he is like one of these stupidest people on planet Earth with the worst nails.
It's $25K a year.
That's crazy.
That's crazy. But I could see it.
It's okay if you aren't ready for kids right now. It's okay if you don't want to be a mom now or even ever. It's nobody's decision but yours. But do you know what's not okay? Not knowing how effective your birth control is. Talk to your doctor about effective birth control options so you can make an informed decision. Tap to learn more.
Alrighty, let's move on to Jakima and Donnie. Now, Jakima, we talked, was on that Facebook group last night. Didn't make a lot of sense, but basically I think what she was trying to say is that she moved there way before this was filmed. And so all this was just made up. And then somebody else, like, looked up his charges and said, like, he was running drugs out of this house that he owned with his mom. So his mom was aware in Alabama, but he caught the charges in Ohio, and that the mom or Jakima maybe live in this house that he owns. So we know where
Kima's not living in a house. She's living in an apartment.
And all of that, people were talking about that. Like, you don't live in his house. You live in an apartment. She's like,
apartment.
And then she's like, y'all are so stupid. Like,
so she posted something on her Instagram story last night.
mm-hmm.
I'm going to read this,
mm-hmm.
okay?
Mm-hmm.
But I am reading it exactly as it was written.
What's her new Instagram?
It is, oh snap, it's Shoni XOXO.
Oh snap, it's
Honey XOXO. I said, oh snap, Shoni, but it's oh snap, it's
I
Honey
see. Oh snap,
XOXO.
it's Honey XO. I like Shoni better. Okay.
Yeah, I was like, oh wait, that's not Shoni. Okay, so this is what she posted in her Instagram story last night. Again, I am reading it.
Okay, you're reading it verbatim. This is not your language that you're using. Okay.
No, it's not.
All right.
They in this group talking about, and that is TALMBOUT. Talking about.
TALM? TALM BAMB.
BOUT. So it's talking about.
Talking about. Got it. Okay, got it.
Y'all better chill. There's no punctuations. Okay. There's like one comma throughout this whole thing, one exclamation mark, and maybe like one period. Okay. Better chill on her. She want all the smoke. Smiley face, and do. Exclamation mark. All you raggedy ass motherfuckers do is troll the cast members, heal those insecurities, and seek help. I'm defending everybody. All y'all be right there looking a mess, broke and dusty. Baby, y'all have better things to do, like this old strumpet. She need a hair treatment, depleted ass hairline, them cones, toe that lining up.
Mm-hmm. You had me until the combs. I didn't understand that part.
I don't either.
Okay.
I feel as though from what we see with our good eyes, bad eyes, partial blindness, what we see from that's coming from her head these past couple of weeks since we have met her, she should not talk about anyone's depleted hair or anything. Like she should like leave the chat about anything having to do with hair. Like she is talking about another person's hair. And I also noticed in that unfiltered group, when they started talking about her wig, she left. We didn't see or hear anything else from her.
Again, all her other wigs that we've seen look good. So I don't know why she thought this one with the huge brown patches all over it. I mean, I sent it to you last night because somebody in that group posted a real close-up of it. And I sent it to you, and then I posted it on Instagram, and I don't even know who posted it. I didn't give them credit. But I was like, oh my God, this is a great detailed picture. And it does look like a screen door. It looks like a screen door that something got caught in. That is what it looks like.
Braids got caught in the screen door. That's what it looks like.
I mean,
it's just, she has such a cute face.
She's very attractive, and her children are very attractive.
But when you wear this, she looks like one of those fucking dogs that has the dreadlocks. I don't know what those dogs are called, but with missing pieces. Like, so he got into a dog fight and pieces are just, so he's got baldness here and there.
Yeah.
It's like why she thinks it looks good.
It would look good if it wasn't for the bald patches, because the rest of it looks fine.
And then the way she has it fixed, like with the side part swoop thing in the front, it's just that looked like she got it out the trash can at the wig shop. You know how sometimes at the end of the season, the wig shops get rid of the wigs? She looked like she went dumpster diving for that fucking wig.
Oh my God.
I'm tired of seeing it. Like everyone wants a wig cord about this. Here's the thing. We already had wig cord about this last week.
We did. We can't wig cord every week.
We can't. I'm putting out a fucking bench warrant for her to be served in someone's salon chair. Okay? That's what we're doing here.
Bench warrant for her arrest. Yes. She needs to get served.
Yes.
Let's go back to the pink wig. Go to the pink wig.
Something. Yes.
Oh God.
Please.
So funny. Okay. I've also seen lots of people with pictures of Donnie's mugshot real close up, intimating that maybe he is not into women.
But why do they think that?
I don't know. I don't know what would be the reason.
We're not seeing.
I don't know. They think
He's
he has
a skinny guy with dreads.
he's a super skinny guy. Super skinny guy. So, all right. So she's in the car with the boys, and one of them, I don't know which one, because she just calls them twins.
Twins.
And
yeah.
that's
Which
very
Amy Archer
upset.
was upset about that. And I'm like, I hear people refer to like a twin, like when they're not with their twin, they still say, "Hey, twin."
Yeah. My dad's a twin.
Yeah.
My first cousins that are like my sisters are twins, and we say the twins.
The twins. Yeah.
They are. My cousins are 50. My dad is 85.
They're still the twins.
The twins. It's like Uncle George and the twins are coming, and that's my dad and his brother. So the three boys are coming. Yeah. Nobody, you don't ever list them off. Never. I'm sorry, Amy Archer. Sorry.
Which, you know what? Technically, she's right. You should, because they are individuals.
Right. Yeah. But I mean, even my cousins, Missy and Paige, the dad all the time, be like, literally now they're 50 years old. I go, what about those twins? Can you believe those twins? Like he still can't believe he had twins. Still can't,
right?
He can't get over it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So one of them says, Mom, can I look at your phone, like play a game or whatever? And she says, no, I'm waiting for Donnie to call.
And that's what he should have snapped back and said, well, he ain't called in 5 days. What are we really still waiting for here? I think I should be able to get on YouTube for a little while here while we wait for this call.
I would want, if I was dating a prisoner, God knows what kind of pictures and stuff she has on her phone. I don't think she should let those children touch her phone. That makes me nervous. They don't need to see
Donnie
that.
needs to cash app her some cash for them to have an iPad.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And then I saw a whole thing about that. Like you're not supposed to use Cash App with prisoners because her name was Ann in the group, and Ann really knew a lot about Cash App and prisoners, saying that the Cash App will shut it down because they'll think it's for money laundering. And yeah. Okay. I learned a lot on that group when I'm sitting around with a hurt stomach.
Yeah.
So she says it's been a few days since she spoke to Donnie, and she's worried he's in the hole, right? And she talks to him 3 times a day. She hadn't heard from him in 3 days. He's in the hole.
I would be concerned. Yeah.
So she says, we moved to Ohio to be closer to him, and now I'm worried. Like, is he ghosting me? Like, I don't know what's going on. So now she meets with Donnie's sister, whose name is Javen. Javen is cute, real cute, and
doesn't have wig blindness either.
No, she was probably like, I cannot believe I have to sit across and look at this. What's happening?
How do you not just like that? Is when you really have to focus. Her eyes are here. Don't look at the wig. Don't stare at the wig. Oops, I'm staring at the wig. Like it is like a mental fuck the whole time because you're having to remind yourself not to look at this wig.
But also, I think if Jakima would have put a hat on, like Javen had like a backwards hat on, she put a hat on, the rest of the wig looked fine.
Or like a cute little band in the front. Put it up in a pony. There's so many things she could have done to alleviate us having to see all those bald spots that weren't really bald spots because she has fucking hair underneath. Yeah.
So she says Donnie's whole family is in Ohio except for his mom, who's in Alabama. And they're all getting to know each other. It's really great. And so Javen's like, how was the move? Now, according to her, she said she'd moved a couple of years ago. But
according to who?
According to Jakima in that group, she says she moved to Ohio a couple of years ago, and this was all like reenactment fake.
Okay, so I saw somewhere that someone said that they had been dating while she was in Texas. That's how they met, through like their moms or something like that.
Yeah, and that she knows and the mom knows that he's a drug dealer, and he's still a drug dealer.
Well, he's a drug dealer that don't mind spending his cash on me. So that's the kind of drug dealer I would want. I want a broke drug dealer.
So she says, the move was good. Yeah, I'm just waiting for my furniture to be delivered. We've seen your apartment is full of furniture. What are you talking about?
But have we seen a couch?
Yeah.
Okay.
That first episode, the little boy was crawling under the couch, remember?
I just remember seeing the bar stools and like the bedroom stuff.
No, the first episode when she was doing the do-rag on the one boy, the other little boy was crawling under the couch. And she was like, you better get up from under the couch.
And can I go on the record and say this?
Yes.
There is no reason for her to constantly have those little boys out in public with do-rags on.
Why not? I think it's kind of cute. It's not cute. I thought it was kind of cute. Their hair is very shaved, very tight. So I don't know. She's trying
to do the waves.
Yeah, maybe.
Yes, but like every time they're out, they don't need to have on a do-rag. That's almost, it is not quite as bad as having a bonnet on every time you go out.
Oh, okay.
But they don't need to have let them keep it on at home, because what's the point of having it on at home and then you go out and you can't even show out the waves?
Yeah.
Which is why you're wearing the do-rag. Huh. That's my 2 cents. That's
okay.
It.
Okay. So we're talking about our furniture that's been delivered, but she says she's waiting for it to be delivered. And she says,
Okay.
I don't know if Donnie's in the hole right now, but I'm in a group with a girl whose man is in the same prison with Donnie. And this guy said Donnie is in the hole, but doesn't know the reason.
Okay.
And she says, and this makes me wonder, like, how is he getting all this money? So Javen says, in her talking head, Javen goes, we're all getting used to this girl that he met while he was in jail. She goes, but this girl, she only calls her this girl.
Right. Which means she don't really like her.
She goes, but this girl has completely uprooted her life with her children. Yeah. And this whole situation is crazy. To be with my brother, who is obviously a drug dealer, you know?
Yeah. Someone's got sense in this whole little love thing going on, because it's stupid.
Very stupid. And so in her talking head, Shakima says, yeah, Donnie has money. He paid for my move. It was $1,745. And he also gave me money for gas and snacks to move from Texas to Ohio. That was $1,600.
Okay. What are you driving an 18-wheeler? Like, how much gas you and the boys are pretty small. I can't see y'all eating that many snacks and trips to McDonald's. Like, what?
It probably took 2 days to drive there. So they probably had to spend one night on the road, or even if they spent 2 nights on the road and they paid for meals, that's still not $1,600.
Well, we know she didn't use the remainder of the money on a wig. No. We do know that.
We do. She went to the wig store, but she came out empty-handed. And she says, it sounds very sus to me. Like, how would he have all this money? Well,
girl,
don't ask questions.
Stupid.
Don't ask questions you don't want the answers to,
And here's the thing: she has to have an idea.
Yeah, totally.
I mean, he's giving her money for the rent from the house.
Mm-hmm.
So let's just say, how much for the rent do you think he's getting for a house? Let's say 200.
No, I'd say $1,000 a month.
Okay, so it doesn't add up.
No, nothing adds up. Nothing adds up. So Javen says, look, at the end of the day, I support my brother and I'm going to support him, but you've uprooted yourself and your boys. So you don't know how long he's going to be in there. Are you willing to wait if it does end up being like the whole sentence?
Yeah.
And
which is 2029, right?
Yeah. That's what the person on the Facebook group found out. And Jakima says, yeah, I mean, I don't understand. Like, if you have the opportunity to get out early, why would you risk it? And we have all these plans for when he gets out. And if he has got put in the hole because he's done something, this will mess everything up. Like, if you're pushing drugs in there, you're not, rehabilitating yourself. And what if he's been playing me the whole time? She's saying this to his sister. In the talking head, she says, he's trying to change. He works in the kitchen there. He doesn't have a choice. They have to have
He doesn't have a choice. That's his assignment.
Yeah.
Like,
she says he's working in the kitchen there, and he's assured me he's never going back to the street. So him going to the hole, it makes no sense. No sense. And
it
also,
makes sense to everyone but you.
Somebody else pointed out the reason he's just saying the whole, I don't know, because they're recording him. So he can't say they're accusing me of this or that, but I didn't do it. He can't say anything. He has to say, I don't know. Oh, that's another thing. They're like, he needs to call her on the burner phone and tell her what he really did.
Okay.
So now he calls and he says he's been in the hole, but like once a week, they'll let him do a video call from the hole.
Now, this is new. We've never heard of this before.
When you're in the hole, you're in the hole.
You're just in a hole. So maybe this is new. That's something new that they've started in prison, at the prison he's at.
Maybe.
But it does make sense, because you do need to let your family know, hey, I'm in the hole.
Yeah. They can also call the prison and find out, by the way. So we've seen that a lot too. So now he calls and he says, I've been in the hole, but I didn't do anything wrong. It's still being investigated, but they got nothing on me. I didn't do anything wrong. They've got nothing on me. And she goes, well, that's really weird that nobody knows what's going on, but yet you're in the hole and you know nothing about it. That's weird.
It is the equivalent of a child coming home with a red face. They're like, Mama, I don't know what I did. I didn't do nothing, Mama. I don't know what a teacher get. Yes, you do. You know exactly what you did. You know you kicked your fucking neighbor in the face for Cheez-Its. You know what you did. And then you also know that on the back of the sheet, the teacher's going to write out exactly what you did so your mom will know.
Yeah.
Stop this. Like, he is playing in her face and she's allowing it. I don't like that.
Yeah. And the talking head, she says he doesn't know why he went to the hole, but it's very suspicious. And I don't believe him. And I will find out. Like, he calls me Inspector Gadget because I can figure anything out.
But you cannot figure out that wig.
It always comes back to that wig.
It's all if she continues to wear it, it's always going to come back to that. Period.
You're right. So she says, I told the twins you're in prison. And he goes, what? Why'd you do that? He goes, that's the one thing I didn't want the kids to know. And she said, well, the kids really, love you. And she says, the kids really love you and they will always be your sons and you will always be their dad.
What?
Huh? What?
What?
So she walks in with the iPad and she walks in and he goes, twins. Instead of, hey, King and Legend. Yeah, just like. So Donnie's on the phone and he goes, hey, twins. And instead of, hey, King, hey, Legend. And they say, Donnie, why are you in prison? And he says,
they really, really want to know. Like, they really know. They really want to know.
And he says, well, I was a bad boy. I was in the street. I was selling drugs, but I'm never going to do it again because I want to come home and I want to be with y'all and I want to never leave you. This is awful, Keisha.
Well, you got to get out first. And at this rate, it is. He's lying to these children. She is allowing this man to be part of their lives, and she's now allowing this man to lie to her children.
Terrible. So one of them says, when we're 10, will you be out? Because they're 7, right? They're 7?
Is that how old they are?
Yeah, I think they're 7. Well,
let's just stick with 7.
I don't think I wrote it down. No, I didn't write it down. I should have. So they said, when we're 10, okay, now maybe they're 9, but I think they're 7. And
either way, he lied.
Yeah, and he goes, yeah, when you're 10, I will be out. And the one kid goes, Dad, you don't deserve to be there. And he's like, oh, did you just call me Dad? And he's like, yeah. Oh.
Do you think they had rehearsed this, or do you think that kid just all of a sudden decided right then and now to call him Dad?
Oh, she told him beforehand, when Donnie calls, call him Dad because that'll be good for TV or whatever. Yeah.
I agree, which is disgusting.
The whole thing is disgusting.
Yeah.
So
he has his own kids.
He does?
I saw that he has kids that he has like nothing to do with.
Well, that's par for the course with these guys.
Yes, it is. Yeah.
So, and he goes, oh, did you just call me Dad? He goes, wow, I love y'all so much. And after this is over, I will never leave you. I will never leave your sight.
Lord Jesus, fix it.
And the talking head, she tells us the dad of these kids went to prison when she was 3 months pregnant, and she's done all of this on her own, raising twins. And, she says, people come into your life as a lesson or a blessing, and he came into their life for a reason. He loves the kids so much, and he helps her take care of them while he's incarcerated, and that means a lot. He's a great man and a great father. He will be great for them as long as he doesn't get out and start pushing drugs.
You cannot be a great man. You cannot be a great husband. You cannot be a great father while you are locked up behind bars.
Oh, that's true.
And then why is she not trying to foster a relationship between King and Legends and their dad?
Right.
But you're like, I hate when women do that. But here you have this person.
Yeah. People in the Facebook group were speculating that he is their real dad. That he is the ex that went to prison and spent all his money on tattoos, because the timeline adds up, but I don't think so. I don't think so.
I mean, they look so much like their damn mom. Like they look like there was no dad involved at all. So who knows?
So they all say goodnight to their dad. Good night, Dad. Love you, Dad. So the kids go to bed. She tells them to go in their room, go to bed. And she keeps talking to him. And she says, I don't know what you've done, but maybe you're hanging out with the wrong crowd and you just need to stick to yourself. My kids love you. and I don't play about my kids, and they have a bond and they're attached to you. So you need to get it together.
He is the wrong crowd. He's the leader of the wrong crowd. What do you mean you're hanging out?
He and Crystal are the leaders of the wrong crowd.
Leaders. Yes, they are. She's like, you're hanging out with the wrong people. No, bitch. He has people hanging out with him.
Yeah,
like,
you're right.
Stop.
You're right. And he says, I promise I am. Okay. Okay. And I might be moving prison. She goes, what? He goes, chill. Don't freak out. Chill. She goes, what are you talking about? And he goes, I'll explain later, babe. I'm sorry. Love you. Bye.
That is how you know for a fact he's pushing drugs in prison.
They have to move him.
Yeah, they have to move him. Like, they don't just move you for like absolutely no reason.
You have to have done something.
You got to be in there doing shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. And they're like, he's so bad. We need to get him away from these good prisoners and put him further away with these other prisoners and hope that he does better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the talking
head, a winner.
But what if we take this at face value and she moved to Ohio to be with him? What if they moved him to Texas?
That's what I'm saying. Like, you have wasted this man's drug money.
Yeah.
To move to another state to be closer to him. You cannot see him. You can't go visit him because he's in the hole. And now he's going to be probably I doubt he's going to be transferred to another prison in Ohio.
And when she said, the reason she had to tell the twins he's in prison is because the next visit is a family visit. Did she mean like the next visit in person is a family visit?
Yes.
Or did she mean on the tablet? I mean.
No, I think they've talked to him on the tablet before.
They just don't know where he is.
Because he's stationed in Hawaii. He's on a naval base, you know. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I think he was going to meet them for the first time face to face.
So in her talking head, she says, I hope he knows better than to push drugs in prison. You can't be a husband if you're out in the streets. And I think he's withholding information. And I'm going to take matters into my own hands and figure it out. Okay.
Well, we can't wait for you too, because we want to know as well.
We do too. But believe me, that Facebook group's going to figure it out before you do, girl.
BTW, FYI, tap the banner ASAP to learn about Nexplanon, etonogestrel implant 68 milligrams radiopaque, or ask your HCP IRL. Visit nexplanon.com RN. K2TYL.
Next week on Love During Lockup, Kaylee is looking at a ring for herself, for her engagement. Mm-hmm. And Ava is with her, and she is in another get-up.
She is like, I guess Kaylee only has two friends. We already met the hairstylist friend.
Right.
Now she's got Ava. So maybe Ava's going to try to look like a different friend each time to make it look like Kaylee has more friends. That is a committed friend right there. Like,
I'm telling you right now, if you took off those lashes, those fake freckles, those glasses, and straightened her hair out, we would never recognize Ava.
Probably not.
She looks completely different. So then Kate's on the phone with Hunter, and she goes, I don't know if you're coming home to me. And he says, oh, fuck you.
Okay, oh, shit. Okay.
Yeah, that's not good. Then we see Jakima getting all mad in the kitchen, throwing some papers around. And she says, my name is tied to a drug charge. Now, what does this mean? Does this mean because the house was like a drug house and she's taking the money from it? Or how would her name be tied to a drug charge?
That seems like something that would happen before, like not while he was in prison.
Right. I don't quite understand. I don't know if it has something to do with the house and she's receiving that money or what. So now we see a girl talking to Savannah, and she is saying, what you did was one of the dirtiest things that's ever been done to me. You will not step foot in the beep house. Now, I have to assume this is Bradley's sister, maybe.
Maybe, yeah.
And then it says, Bradley plans to dump you. Now, did you notice when this girl was like crying that she looked just like Brittany from Real Housewives of Salt Lake City?
I did not notice that.
I had to pause it. I was like, did Brittany from Salt Lake City go to Richmond, Virginia to cuss out Savannah in a Cracker Barrel parking lot? What is happening here?
Well, we knew it wasn't Brittany because she didn't say, ding, 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 ding. I have an announcement.
I have an announcement. Yeah.
I wonder what this is because they, when they advertise the season, they're like, we're going to witness the biggest scam that has ever happened on Lalu history.
Yeah. Yeah.
It could be any one of these mofos.
It definitely would be Jakima.
She's on that list.
It would definitely be her getting scammed by Donnie.
By Donnie, you think?
Would be more so than Savannah and her guy.
And the BBL.
The Kayla, the Kaylee and the Kate and all that. That is what it is on the surface.
That out. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's going to be Jakima finding out that somehow she's been implicated in a drug charge with my man.
I'd be so pissed off. And she's going to still keep him as her man.
Yeah, we don't know if they're together in real time or if he got moved or what. But somebody will figure it out and post it on that Facebook group.
Yeah. It's probably there already.
Keisha, I got to have you on in January to talk about Salt Lake City and Potomac. You're watching those two, correct?
Yes. And I will say it again. Salt Lake City
is really
that
good.
is how you do Real Housewives.
I know. You're not watching Beverly Hills, though?
I have never watched.
Ever.
What was Carl's? What's her name? Carlton? Was she on Beverly Hills?
Yeah. The witch.
I watched a few episodes with her because I just liked her witchy vibe.
Yeah,
and I love her house decor. Mm-hmm. But I've never ever just watched Beverly Hills.
Okay, well, so because that's on right.
But you know how quickly I can catch up with it on a show. You know I can do it like that. Like I got it.
I think there's been like 12 seasons, so I mean, you would have to.
Here's the thing: I know about each person.
Yeah,
I know their storyline. I just don't watch the show.
Yeah, I'm that way about like the Kardashians or like Sister Wives. Like I know everything about it.
Yeah.
I just don't watch it.
Don't watch the show. Yeah.
Speaking of, I got to ask you about your 1,000-pound sisters. Whatever they're called. Is that right? 1,000-pound sisters?
Yes.
Okay. So the one girl who looks like a turtle. Okay. So not the one that bit the camel.
Okay, that's Amy.
Okay, so the other one.
We got bitten by the camel, which I'm trying to get justice for the camel.
Okay. And yes. So the other one, she looks like a turtle. She's got a bunch of teeth missing.
That's Tammy.
Okay, Tammy. Is Tammy going to get her skin removal surgery? Because it would help her a lot.
Well, we just ended the season and she's not getting it because she's been vaping.
Oh, okay.
So she finally had lost enough weight. It had been enough time since her surgery that they finally got a team together. And she went to the doctor's appointment and he said, we can get this done in 2 to 3 months. I just need you to nutrition wise get on board because there's, some issues there. But then she's like, I've been vaping. Why would you vape when you almost didn't get the weight loss surgery because of your lungs? And now you're vaping all the time. So he's like, I can't perform this on you and you've been vaping with your lung issues. So we don't know.
And probably the surgery is going to be free because it's on TV. You have to assume.
I hope so. Well, this is what I hope. Since they can't do the skin removal surgery right now, can we go ahead and spend just a little bit of that money and get her teeth fixed?
I'd like her to get her teeth fixed.
Yeah.
And even she could just get a flipper, like a retainer in to fill in that hole. Yeah.
Something.
Get her teeth fixed. But the amount of skin she has is, it's rough.
Yeah, that's why, she first went to a plastic surgeon. He's like, I cannot do this. This is too much of a task for me.
Yeah.
Let me reach out. So he reached out to another surgeon who said, I'll get a team and we can do this because it's a huge show. She's really little.
Yeah.
But the skin is just like horrendous.
But let me ask you too, would they do it all at once or would they do like, 1 month we'll do like waist up? The next month we'll do
it all at once. That's why they asked her, which ones do you want first?
Yeah.
And I think she said, of course, that
neck.
Chin.
Yeah.
And I can't remember I think the second was like her stomach. Maybe it was her arms.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe it was her stomach, but I assume arms because I want to get the arm surgery so bad.
Yeah.
But yeah, they can't do it. There's no way they could do it at the same time.
No, I mean, she'd be in surgery for 20 hours.
And that's dangerous.
I did go and look up on Sono Bello, and you can do your arms and you can do your under chin because Kimberly was asking about the under chin and you and I were talking about the arms and you can do it. Mm-hmm. And I just saw Dorinda. Real Housewives of New York. Dorinda doing ads for Sono Bello.
Now look at that.
Look at that. And you know who else did it was Rebecca of Rebecca and Zied. She did ads.
I remember you told because she did before and afters, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But you said her afters weren't that great after a while. But that probably has to do with her.
Yeah, but Dorinda is a small person. And she just had like some spots that she wanted smoothed out. And so her before and afters look great because she didn't have like necessarily any weight to lose. Hers were just like little pockets of, that she couldn't get rid of at her age or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah. That's how I feel. I'm at a comfortable weight, but it's just, I've got
little pockets.
Skin. Yeah. I've got skin sagging. I mean.
Yeah, they do that. They do that like a tightening thing too, like that, but they don't do like skin removal. So. And
I don't even know if I have. To me, I look like Tammy with the skin hanging.
And of course you don't. Yeah.
Yes, but that is how I feel in my head.
Yeah.
I can most definitely use some tightening up.
I was just looking at your neck, thinking how tight your neck is, and I wish my neck was that tight.
And I think it looks.
Your neck is tight and right, girl.
Oh, is it? Okay, thank you.
Yeah. You guys, I should have said this at the beginning. We're not doing video today. I should have said it at the beginning. Because
they're not going to be happy about that.
I know. I'm going to, I should record something to go at the beginning of this. I think I will. Ingrid is in Jamaica. And she does not know how reliable her hotel Wi-Fi will be. And when you do the video, it like takes an extra hour because it has to load. It's a huge process. After it loads, then to load it onto YouTube and all that is another process. And if you're not hooked up right up to your Ethernet or whatever, it takes forever. And we'd like for her to enjoy her vacation.
This is like her 25th vacation this year.
Well, listen.
And she deserves it because she's the hardest working woman I've ever met. She just knows how to do a little bit. She's a magical creature.
I told you their husband makes them go scuba diving, and they all got scuba certified. And so when they go on these trips, they go scuba diving. Yeah.
No, I don't want to scuba anything.
No, sounds like my worst nightmare. Yes. You guys, everybody follow Keisha. She has a podcast. It's called The Libra Lounge with Keisha. They're very, very funny. I listened to it this week where you got mad because somebody said you needed a senior discount and you got upset. Now,
this motherfucker said, "Are you 55 and older?" And I'm like, "Where? Huh?
Yeah.
What? What are you talking? Is he talking to someone behind me?"
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
I had that happen
my whole day.
I had this happen to me when I was in my 40s, and somebody said, I was at like Harris Teeter, and they were like, "Do you it's Thursday, so you senior discount?" And I was like, "Pardon me?"
Yeah,
because I think they thought I was there because it was Thursday for the senior discount. I was like, I'll take it, but I am in fact 48. Yeah.
Yeah. Like, don't push me towards that senior discount. It took my mom years after she hit the age to do the senior discount. She's just like,
oh, I'll take it. Yeah. They constantly send us advertisements for AARP. Like, are you ready to join? We're like, no, we're not. Thank you though.
Yeah. My mom gets them like daily. I'm like, God constantly. Damn. Like,
well, you're not there yet. You're not there yet. You've got a ways to go. You got a ways to go. Yes. Me, I'm right there. Anyway, the Libra Lounge with Keisha is a very funny podcast, and you should follow her on Instagram as well. It's at the Libra Lounge with Keisha. Just type that in. It'll pop right up. And while you're there, follow me. I am at Pink Shade Pod. And I got to tell you, I'm chugging along with my Instagram numbers. I'm at 11.1 thousand.
The reels have been fantastic.
Some of them I'm doing, some of them my girl is doing. The ones that are really good are usually her. But the one I did last night was me because, again, I'm just stuck in the bed, and that's where I'll be for the rest of the day. Maybe I'll come up with another. You did the one last night? Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Look at you.
Yeah. I'm stuck in the bed. I can do some stuff when I've got time.
I thought Caitlin. It's Caitlin, right?
Yeah, Caitlin. Yeah.
I thought she did that.
The Whitcourt one, Caitlin did.
Yeah, I thought you did the one from last night too.
No, the one last night with Ava looking like she's in witness protection was me. Yeah,
you did good. I'm impressed.
Thank you.
I am impressed.
Thank you very much.
Good job.
Everybody follow us, and we will be back next week to talk more about this shit show. I'll be here tomorrow to talk before the 90 days with Kimberly, and then Thursday it's usually Pop and Bravo, but because we're the new year and it's confusing, it's going to be an episode of a recap that Ingrid and I did of Sold on Salt Lake City, a new show, because we're just going to put that in that spot because nobody is listening to podcasts right now because everybody's on Christmas break. But that'll be a bonus for you guys over there on the free feed. And if you really like it, you can go over to Pink Shade Prime and pay for it. And that's it, Keisha. I will talk to you next week.
Bye.
Bye.
It's okay if you aren't ready for kids right now. It's okay if you don't want to be a mom now or even ever. It's nobody's decision but yours. But do you know what's not okay? Not knowing how effective your birth control is. Talk to your doctor about effective birth control options so you can make an informed decision. Tap to learn more.
Ads not read by me, Mary Payne, don't necessarily reflect the views of Pink Shade. If you'd like to listen to ad-free, you're going to go on over to Supercast or Patreon, and you can find the links to Pink Shade Prime at pinkshadepodcast.com.